Hey, Katie here. I um I wanted to talk about hair and what is happening with how we're coloring our hair, how many times, how often we're doing it. Gotta ask yourself also why. Like why, what's the need? What's the need to chemically change your hair? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm wondering why do society want to chase? Why are we chasing? Why are we chasing? Like, why are we? What I find is a lot of, specifically in women. In fact, I think well, no, it's not only in women, but a lot of the time it's in women. And they might look on social media and, oh, wow, that famous person looks amazing. I want her hair color. I want her curls. The thing is, those curls are natural, and nor are they just used with an ironing tool or an ironing product like a GHD or a diamond. It's not only that, it's, the celebrities spend thousands of dollars, thousands of pounds on, hairdressers and beauty people. But then also what happens is they get endorsements. Because they're well known, they're getting endorsements. They're getting free gifts. They're getting, makeup artists and that for free. So not only do they get paid to advertise a product, they're also getting free products from that advertisement because their name is on the product. And then you guys go out and spend your hard-earned money that you most of the time don't even have to buy these products. It's quite sad, actually, because the rich are just getting richer and richer and richer because they're getting more clever and clever and clever. And the people that are struggling, they're not realizing that it starts from you. The reason why people that are doing really well, and again, I'm not saying that the people are doing well or doing wrong. They're being very clever. They're being really clever. But unfortunately, the money has to come from somewhere. And so it comes from you guys who are just wanting stuff. You're wanting the one person's lips and the other person's, nose and someone else's boobs. And you're wanting her beautiful, shiny black hair and her blonde waves. And then you're buying products that you can't even afford, that you've worked a 9-to-5 job to be able to pay for, and then your bills come off and you're struggling. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess out there. Surely, I know slowly and surely we can fix it. So when I started this subject, when I started talking, I was saying I'd like to talk about hair. And the reason why is I want to talk about when we put chemicals on our hair, specifically women, but also it's happening with men as well. What you're not realizing is, I'm going to use this analogy. It's like going to a doctor. It's like going to a doctor. Doing your hair is the same as going to a doctor in the sense of, now, say you're not feeling well and you're sick. So you go to the doctor and the doctor gives you a prescription, and the prescription you start taking and then you feel better. Same with your hair. So you go to the hairdresser and you're feeling a bit sick in the sense of you're feeling down. And what happens when you get your hair done is it picks you up. You look good. The hairdresser or the barber has made you feel special by the way they've spoken to you. They've given you their energy, their time. So you walk off feeling like $1 million. You walk off feeling great. But here's the thing. When you're doing a chemical, you're basically chemicals in your hair, I'm talking about. You're basically taking away something from the hair shaft, from the hair. You're taking away from your body. So it's the same, another analogy, it's the same as, say I go, I'm hungry, right? And I want to eat. And instead of eating a smoothie, a healthy shake, or vegetables, I go and I eat a McDonald's burger and chips and a Coke. A large Coca-Cola with huge fries and this massive, in fact, I have 2 burgers. So I have that in the space of half an hour. And then maybe a little later, I'll eat again. Same with the hair. What do you think that burger's doing to your body? Because you've forgotten to drink water, and then maybe that evening you have alcohol. So now you've had a Coca-Cola, you've had oily chips, you've had a greasy burger, and you haven't drank water. Instead of drinking water, your friends call you that night to come out for a couple of drinks. So then you drink alcohol on top of eating a burger. And the next day you wake up and you're like, oh my God, no, what is going on? Oh, I got a headache. Oh, my head is pounding. My head is pounding. My stomach, my liver, something. Whew, what is that feeling? My stomach's doing somersaults. Why? That is why you haven't given your body what it needs. So your body's not saying don't do it. Your body's saying, I want you to have the balance. So it's saying, if you have a hamburger, an hour later have an apple. If you have chips, a little bit later have, and this is just examples, a little bit later have a little bit of spinach, or whatever veg you like. And also try and spread your big meals out. So instead of, if you're going to go to McDonald's, for example, it could be KFC, it could be anything, it could be, any food, any takeaway. But if you're going to have an unhealthy meal, rather eat it in portions. So no, it's affordable because it's a lot of food at a good price, so it's tempting. But the problem is we eat it too quickly, so fast, your body cannot digest it in time, and then we pick up weight, and then it adds to depression and anxiety because of how we are living. So rather eat your burger with a glass of water and a few sips of Coca-Cola. So have it all, but spread it. Find the balance. So now you're going to have your hamburger, you're going to have a glass of water, and you're going to have a few sips of Coke. Then half an hour later or an hour later, whenever that's digested, you'll feel it. I'm not gonna sit here and give you exact timestamps. Everybody is different. You will feel when you're ready again to eat a bit more. So whether it's an hour or 2 hours, up to you. Then have your chips, have a glass of water, a few more sips of Coke. And when I say a few more sips, that's up to you, whether you can you want 10 sips of Coke or 8 sips of Coke, whatever. It's up to you. But spread it out. So going back to the hair analogy, that is the same thing with your hair. We're coloring our hair so often with the highlights and the tints and the perms and we're doing it sometimes we're doing it every 3 weeks. Some people every 6 weeks. Some people it's even more often than that. It's the same as your body. So what you've put in your hair, that's basically, when you do a chemical, that's the analogy of I've just eaten a burger. I've just had a burger. And your hair is struggling. It can't breathe. Same as your body. It can't breathe because you've had the burger and the alcohol all in the space of a few hours. And what we're not doing is we're not giving our body that medicine. The medicine is the water. And for the hair, it is treatments. It's treatments. This is just one that I use. Different ones, different products on the market. It's up to you. I personally use professional products purely because the difference between professional products is that the ingredients is better. And that's the bottom line. That's all it is. The ingredients is better. They have taken time to do more research in the products, and their ingredients are better in the sense of it works quicker. Your hair needs masks if you're going to do chemicals, and you need to do it often. You need to do it depending on how often you color your hair or how bad it is. See, your hair is going to break if you keep bleaching it and you keep coloring it and you keep perming it. It's going to snap off. It's the same as the body. If you keep putting those hamburgers and the Coca-Colas and the Fantas and the, in general, fizzy cold drinks, the sugar, the bad stuff, not that is, I'm not saying it's awful. We all want to have a treat sometimes. I like them myself. I'm just saying you got to spread it out. So when you put a mask on your hair, depending how often you do your you're coloring your hair, your chemical treatments, that's how often you need to do masks. So if you're coloring your hair every 3 weeks, then you got to divide that percentage and put that amount of spoiling into your hair. So here's the best way I can explain it. If you're eating hamburgers so many times a week, what you need to be doing is you need to be exercising that many times a week as you've eaten the bad food, whether it's chips, hamburgers, pizzas, whatever it is. So as many times a week you've eaten that food, you need to go and exercise it out and drink the water. So you need to find the balance. Same thing as your hair, because it's all your body. It's all the same. It's all your body. Same thing as everything, actually. So if you're putting bad chemicals into your hair, the mask is like your exercise and your water. You need to go and put the masks in. And there's also a way of doing a mask. I don't necessarily want to, go into a whole detailed form of how to put a mask in your hair. If you like this subject, then comment on my page and I'll be able to talk about any subjects that I've mentioned. If you enjoy them, like my page and just comment on my pages and I'll be able to talk about them for you. I'll go into more detail. So that's it for now. I'll be doing a live a bit later. Thank you for your time.